Okay, let's take a look at the track. It's the end of the race weekend. So, I like the fact that it is new pavement everywhere, but here, the racing line, you can see the pavement is starting to come up. This is roughly where the outside track of the karts are going to put down rubber and grip the track. So there's quite a bit going on there. This is pretty typical for the rest of the track here too. The other thing is you'll notice when the karts hit the bump there on the left, they tend to touch chains down and other things. Anyway, there's this mark. I don't know why. It's the L reference point here. But the track is not ideal. Most corners seem to have this sort of defect. It's only a year old at this point. Again, that's only a year old. It's not huge right now. You can run over it, it'll grip, everything's fine. But coming into the corner here, again, you will see marks from sprockets and such. This is the worst of it. Where it's just starting to come up. Not ideal. Anyway, we'll go up to the bank corner, turn one. We're in the banked corner here. At the exit of the corner, you can see the rubber a little bit, but you can see we got some defects starting to form. Those aren't going to heal or get better as time goes on. Here on the inside, also see the asphalt starting to come up. And then we can see some patches over there. Now, the good part from a bike standpoint, and this is not a bike track, again, a lot of little issues with the pavement here. But the other one here is you can see there's some room between the curbing, so I'm putting my knee on the curbing there, so we're inside of this mess. But again, this track is recently repaved. Another noticeable defect. Otherwise, the rest of the track is pretty good for the most part. And got another spot there. And then the hairpin, the right hand, one of the few right hand corner. Now, interestingly, I am looking back the opposite direction of the track. We don't ride that direction. But you will see the spots where the pavement is coming up. It leaves enough room between there and the inside curbing for a motorcycle to go through. But the karts, that's where they are going to be putting their outside wheel most of the time. Again, like I said, you can see sprocket marks in the pavement. Another defect there. Try to stay inside, hug the curb, which works fine. But when we get to the entrance to most of these corners, that seems to be where there's a lot of track defects. Bus stop chicane here. Notice over here, it's at the corner entrance that most of these defects occur, not at the exit. There's one, there's one. It just slowly is degrading. Again, we see our sprocket marks. More here, especially here. I think the karts start bouncing a little bit through here. No surprise there. Then at the apex, again, it's the outside wheel track on the karts, which obviously is going to be heavily loaded into the pavement. But on a bike, try to stay inside. wasn't really too much of an issue. At this point, the degradation is enough that if you run over it, it's not a loss of traction or anything.